Hello students, good morning, and how are you today? How was your weekend? I hope you had a good one. Now today we're studying math and we'll be having another review on lesson 11. I know we've had this review over and over again. We've completed all our student book exercises and also the workbook. So today I'm going to be giving you a little test, okay, after this lesson. Okay, so right now I want you to get your math notebooks because you'll send me a picture of your answers. Don't worry, it's going to be at the end of the lesson that you will have the test. I'll take a quick review again on length and then you write a short test. Okay, so you go ahead and get your notebooks and your pencils, erasers, and make sure that you have everything set. All right, so just like I said, it's still lesson 11 and measures. Remember, we did only lesson 11 after the spring break, and that's quite a long topic we had. So we did measures, and today we'll be looking again at length. So our lesson objective is to be able to identify the units for measuring length. Remember, we have 4 different units to measure length. And then you must also be able to convert 1 unit of length to another. And finally, you must be able to use the appropriate unit of length to measure different objects. So if you see an object, you should be able to tell what unit will be able to measure that object. Units of length. Now I know by now we already know that we have 4 different units of length. And to make it easy for you to remember, I always say MC, MK, millimeters, centimeters, meters, and kilometers. Now, millimeters is the smallest unit of length. It is used to measure very tiny objects like insects, your fingernail, nail paper coins, paper clips, coin, insects, tiny insects. Millimeters is used to measure tiny objects. Don't forget that. And millimeters is also the smallest unit of length. The next one is centimeters. Centimeters is for a little bit bigger objects, like your book, your pencil. You can measure them in centimeters. Okay? You can measure your school bag in centimeters, and you can measure just objects around the house in centimeters. Okay? Now for meters. Oh, but first of all, centimeters is the next biggest unit after millimeters. Okay? Millimeters is the smallest, then centimeters comes after. If you look at the block, unit of length block, you can see that millimeters is the smallest block, centimeters is the next one. Now meters. Meters is used to measure larger objects, school bus, playground, the field where you play your football, the length of the house, the length of the room, your sofa can be measured also in meters. The bus, the trees, you can measure them in meters. Even an airplane can be measured in meters. But the distance that an airplane covers from one country to another can be measured in what? Kilometers. The airplane itself can be measured in meters, but the distance it covers from one country to another or one location to another is measured in kilometers. Okay, so this brings us to kilometers. It's for measuring very large lengths like roads and distance. Okay, please do not forget, kilometers is the biggest unit of length, and kilometers measures only distance and roads. So the distance between your home and the school, the distance between your home and Cornish, the distance between your home and your friend's home is measured in kilometers. Okay? Also, if you want to measure the length of a road, for example, how long is the road in front of your house? How long is the road from the beginning to the end? You measure also in kilometers. You don't measure road in meters. We usually measure roads in kilometers. Okay? Now let's see our units of length again and how to convert. Remember how to convert the units of length? Like converting millimeters to centimeters or or meters to kilometers, or even maybe kilometers to meters. Remember how we said when you have a big unit and you want to change it to a small unit, you have to multiply. And when you have a small unit and you want to change it to a big unit, you have to divide. But first, which one is the big unit and which one is the small unit? For example, if I tell you change 100 centimeters to millimeters, which one is the big unit? Check our unit of length block. Which one is the big unit between centimeters and millimeters? Which one is bigger? Good, centimeters. You see the block? Centimeters has a bigger block. So centimeters is big. Now I am telling you to change it to millimeters. Millimeters is small. That means I am telling you to change from big to small. In that case, what will you do? Multiply or divide? Multiply. You have to multiply. Okay? All right. Now, if I tell you now to change uh, 3,000 meters to kilometers, between meters and kilometers, which one is the bigger unit? Meters and kilometers. Now look at the our unit of length block. Look at the block and say, tell me which one is bigger. Good. Kilometers is bigger. Can you see the block of kilometer is the biggest block? Kilometer is bigger than meters. Now I have told you, convert 3,000 meters to kilometers. It means you're changing small units to big units. In that case, what do? Divide or multiply? Divide. That you have to divide. Okay? So don't forget, when you are changing a small unit to a big unit, divide. And when you are changing a big unit to a small unit, multiply. Okay? Now, the next slide, we're going to be going over to our questions. So I hope you have your pencils and your books ready. All right. There's one more thing that I'm going to tell you before you answer these questions. Remember, 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. And 1,000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. That's why you see 10, 100, and 1,000 on the blocks that we just looked at in the previous slide. Okay, now for these practice questions, once I am done explaining to you, you have to pause the video, okay, and answer the questions. You will send me your answers on Class Dojo. Take a picture of the answers and send on Class Dojo. Now I will tell you how to answer the questions. For question 1, you write question 1 and then start from A. You write A. 200 meter is equal to, you write your answer in kilometers. B. 150 kilometers is equal to, write your answer in meters. That is how you answer question 1. 820 centimeters is equal to, then you write your answer in meters for C. Now, you answer everything up to H, okay? Now, if you miss any question and you want to change it, erase it carefully and write the correct answer. Your answers must be very neat. If it is not neat, then I will mark it wrong. Okay? It is important for you to write your answers neatly so that I can see it clearly. Now for question 2, don't draw the pictures. Do not draw the pictures. The only thing you need to do is write the name of the object. So when you get to question 2, you write question 2. You leave a line after you finish question 1, all the 8 questions in question 1, leave a line and then you write question 2. Then you go to A. You write sofa equal to, then you write your answer. B, tab equal to, then you write your answer. Choose the best unit of length to measure them. Okay? Don't forget that your answers must be neatly written, and then after you finish, take a picture of your answers. Then you send the picture to me as a message on Class Dojo. I will mark them, I'll check them. If there's any correction, I will tell you, and we'll have a class this week so we'll be able to review our answers. For our lessons this week, we're going to be having practice questions like this. So prepare for each lesson. There will be a test at the end of the lesson. So once you're done with the questions, don't forget to send me your answers. Now that I have finished explaining to you, you have to pause the video now, okay? So that you will be able to write down the questions and probably solve them, okay? All right then. So here we come to the end of the lesson. Students, I am expecting your answers. Send them to me as a picture, or send the pictures to me on Class Dojo. So we have the next lesson. Thank you for your time and attention. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and have a great day. Bye.